today, guys, we're going to be talking about the 5 free dark matters that we're going to be getting in NBA 2K22 Myteam. We're also going to be covering exactly how to go about it because I want to make sure that you guys are up to date with every single thing that you need to do and also everything that you need to know in order to get all the free dark matters we're going to be getting. Now, before we do get started, if you guys like free content and you've been enjoying this season when it comes to free content and everything, then do me one big favor. Make sure to leave a like right on the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and let me know down below in the comments what players you guys want to see as dark matters and rewards down below. And we're going to get right into it right here. So the first player that we do got to talk about and the first free dark matter we're going to be getting is of course going to be from the zero gravity set. You guys can see right here, I actually just ended up catching up with every single one, and I just got myself the pink diamond Latrell out here, so he's going to be added to my collection, and that's a free pink diamond. And so that's the first dark matter that we do got to talk about. Like I mentioned earlier, there's going to be 5 free dark matters we're getting, and so right now if you guys do want to get the zero gravity free dark matter, you want to make sure that you have all these players done. As you guys can see, I have every single one already up until I'm recording this video. We're gonna be getting the rest of the players these next few days, but if you guys have done all of them, you have all these players that you guys can see right here. I ended up completing all of them, just ended up finishing the latest one, and so I'm pretty good right now. Let me know down below in the comments, out of the 22 players, how many do you currently have? Because if you remember, 2K is going to be releasing Galaxy Opals and a dark matter at the end. You guys can see this graphic that 2K ended up tweeting out. We got the pink diamond Latrell, and so we're going to be getting another pink diamond, and then after that we're going to be getting a Galaxy Opal, and then after that we're going to be getting a Galaxy Opal, and then after that we're going to be getting the free dark matter. And so 2K is going to be adding that free dark matter this Friday. That's when we're going to be able to get that player, and then obviously on Thursday it's going to be the Galaxy Opal, Wednesday another Galaxy Opal, Tuesday the pink diamond, and then today we ended up getting this pink diamond right here that we just ended up claiming. And so we're going to be adding that to the collection as well right here, because we do want to make sure that we have every single card, because you do need the previous player in order to get the next one. If you guys have been keeping up with it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And so I want to make sure that you guys are ready. Once again, let me know down below in the comments how many of these cards do you guys have, because currently you should have 21, and in total there's going to be 25. And so I want to know if you guys have been doing all of them. Look at this right here. I'm liking this collection, man. I have been enjoying the daily content because 2K has been releasing this, you know, every single weekday. And so every single day, you know, Monday to Friday, we end up getting free players. We started with Giannis, and now we're up until, you know, the pink diamond Latrell. And I'm telling you guys right now, you want to make sure that you're up to date with this. You don't want to do this last minute. I feel like a lot of people wait until the last minute, and then at that point they're like, ah, it's too much of a grind, I don't want to do it. You want to do this right now, especially with the dark matter coming this Friday, and then that way, once that's available, all you have to do is just one challenge, and you end up getting a free dark matter on Friday. And I'm also going to show you guys some of the players that I want to see as the potential free dark matter we'll be getting for that zero gravity collection this Friday as the final player. But before I do show you guys the players that I want to see, I do want to talk about the other 4 free dark matters we're going to be getting, because earlier I mentioned we're going to be getting 5 of them, and so the first one is going to be from the zero gravity collection, and the other 4, the way that you get those is going to be through the playoffs agendas. You guys can see right there, it is a 4-player pack, and we're going to be getting 4 dark matters. If you guys remember, last time we ended up getting an 8-player pack, and that one contained 4 dark matters, and it also contained 4 Galaxy Opals. And so for this round, for the playoffs, we're going to be seeing 4 teams advancing, and we're going to be getting a player from every single team. And as you guys can see, it is a 4-player pack, and so I feel like it's safe to say that we are going to be getting 4 free dark matters from that pack, because it'd be really weird if 2K were to be like, hey, here's 2 dark matters and 2 Galaxy Opals, you know what I mean? So I do expect 4 free dark matters from that pack right there. Now when it comes to that one, you do want to already start doing the challenges. 2K does continuously release them every single time there's a game. You guys can see I started doing some of them already, because I want to make sure that I'm ready, and I want to make sure that you guys are up to date, because I did this last time and a lot of people listened and they ended up doing the challenges, and then by the end of it they just had to do one challenge, and they ended up getting 4 free dark matters and 4 free Galaxy Opals. And so you want to make sure that you start doing all these challenges right here. And now 2K right now is still releasing these challenges because the playoffs are still going on with the semifinals. You know, we got the teams that are playing right now, the Grizzlies and Warriors. We got the Bucks and Celtics, the Sixers and the Heat, and then the Suns and the Mavericks. And so after every single game, you know, we get new challenges, and then once we know everybody that advances, we're going to be seeing, you know, all the challenges available, and then we end up getting that 4-player pack. And so you definitely do want to start doing these challenges, because you do not want to fall behind on anything. Now when it comes to these right here, you do have to have the previous ones done, because some of them require some of the players from the previous drops. And so you do want to make sure that you start with the, you know, play-in tournament tournaments, then the first round, and then obviously now these right here too. And so if you are going to be going after these players, you do want to make sure that you stay up to date. And now let's talk about some players that we could potentially be seeing when it comes to these free dark matters. Now my boy Pauline already came through with some beautiful cards. You guys can also let me know down below in the comments who you guys want to see. And I actually have a couple players that I do want to see as that free dark matter zero gravity player we're going to be getting. The first one is going to be dark matter Tatum. I feel like Tatum just makes sense because you guys know we've been seeing him everywhere this season, and I feel like 2K is kind of waiting for the playoffs to kind of finish too to see exactly if they'll be giving us the Tatum. But I do feel like it would be very fitting if we do end up seeing a 99 dark matter Jayson Tatum as the final player, because it would definitely make sense because we've been seeing players like Giannis, Luka, and all these other players too, and I feel like Tatum kind of fits that criteria with some of the future stars we're going to be seeing in the league. And I really wouldn't be surprised if Tatum does end up becoming that free dark matter we end up seeing this Friday. You guys can always let me know down below in the comments who you guys want to see. And so he would be my prediction when it comes to like a current player. Now 2K could also go the route of giving us an older player, and now that player right there that I would love to see is going to be my boy dark matter Lamar Odom out here, bro. Tell me you wouldn't want to see a Lamar Odom. When it comes to zero gravity, we're seeing some players that are really cheesy, you know, some players like Giannis that are just kind of unicorns in the league, with Luka Doncic and Lonzo being top point guards and everything. And I feel like Odom also would fit that criteria too, where we could potentially be seeing him as the free dark matter we'll be getting. And so Odom and Tatum are my two predictions when it comes to the zero gravity. I really do feel like it could be anybody though, because obviously with 2K anything can happen. They might end up going with a current player, they could go with a very historic player, or someone in between. And I just feel like these two players like Tatum and Odom, they kind of just fit the players that we've been getting. But I will say though, last season, if you remember, we did end up getting that Vince Carter, and that one was pretty obvious. And so that's why I feel like Tatum might be obvious, and he might end up being that final free dark matter we end up getting for the zero gravity collection. And so those are my predictions for the zero gravity free dark matter. Now we gotta talk about the playoffs, because we've been seeing some great performances. You guys know we're gonna be getting that 4-player pack, and so we're gonna be getting 4 players. Now when it comes to the teams that are gonna be advancing, when it comes to the Grizzlies and Warriors, I feel like the Warriors are going to be advancing, even though you just never know in the league, you know, anything can happen. But I do feel like the Warriors are going to be advancing. The Bucks and the Celtics, that can still go to game 7. You never really know what Giannis or Tatum are going to be doing. And for that series, I'm going to give the edge to the Bucks. I feel like the Bucks are definitely going to be advancing. And then the Sixers and the Heat. The Sixers are coming back with Embiid. Embiid has been doing his thing. James Harden actually had a good game too. And so I feel like maybe the Sixers might come back and win that series. Anything can happen there too though. I wouldn't be surprised if the Heat end up, you know, pulling it through and end up advancing. And then the Suns and Mavericks, that one also is very close. That one might go to 7. And you might end up seeing Luka advancing over CP3 with the way that Luka is playing now. Now, when it comes to the players that I want to see when it comes to the playoffs, and I've been watching every single game, and one player really sticks out, and that's going to end up being Luka Doncic out here, bro. If you've been watching every single game, Luka right now is doing his thing, and he's only 23 years old. He's averaging over 30 points against the Suns, and even in the playoffs, he's been averaging over 30 points. And I really wouldn't be surprised if the Mavericks do end up advancing. 2K might end up giving us a dark matter Luka, just because it would definitely make sense. I don't see the Mavericks advancing past that. But then again, you know, with Luka, you never know. And so Luka right here would be one of my predictions. If the Mavericks do end up advancing, I feel like a lot of people would love to see a dark matter Luka as a reward for the playoffs, even though he would be really cheesy. I wonder if 2K would make him as good as his current dark matter. And so if the Mavericks advance, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see Luka. Another player that we could be seeing is going to be Dorian, because he did his thing as well. So it could be him as a dark matter, but I'm going to stick with Luka because that's the one I really want to see. So that's one player that we could potentially be seeing. Another player is going to be the big fella Embiid. I wouldn't be surprised if he does also end up getting a dark matter, because he's long overdue for like a really good dark matter card in my team. And we got to give it up to Embiid because he's actually going out there and playing injured. This man is out here balling out with a mask on and everything, and so I would love to see him get a dark matter playoff moment card, just because if they do end up advancing, it's gonna be because of Embiid. When they didn't have Embiid, they were down 0-2. Now that they got Embiid, all of a sudden they might end up winning the series. And so I feel like Luka and Embiid are probably the top 2 performances that I've been seeing, you know, consistently from these star players. Now we've seen some other performances too from other teammates and other players. For example, James Harden, I mentioned earlier Dorian too, and so it could definitely be those players as well. But I feel like 2K definitely has to have at least one big name in that pack out of the 4 players we're going to be getting. And then for the rest of the other teams, it really just comes down to what what we see in the next few games, because you never know. Maybe Curry goes off, maybe Giannis and Tatum go off too, maybe Klay Thompson. You know, there's definitely a lot of great players in the playoffs right now. And also CP3 and Jimmy Butler, you never know. They might have some of the best games in the future, and then also they might end up not having the best games. So anything can happen in the playoffs. And so you never really know with 2K when it comes to the playoffs. It could literally be anybody. I just wanted to give you guys my predictions, and I also want to let you guys know that you want to make sure that you stay up to date with everything. And so if you do want to end up getting the free dark matter we're going to be getting for the Zero Gravity collection, you want to make sure that you have all these players already. Even if you haven't started, they're pretty easy. Just get it done, and then that way you end up getting the free Galaxy Opals and the free dark matter. And then when it comes to the playoffs, you do want to do those agendas. That way when the final agendas come out, you can just get those done, and then after that you end up getting a 4-player pack that should contain 4 free dark matters, and before you know it, you end up getting 5 free dark matters in my team that you can add to your collection, maybe to your team. And I showed you guys some of the players that I do want to see as potential dark matter reward cards that we'll be getting in my team. And so this right here, guys, is going to be the video. Once again, I just wanted to give you a heads up. You want to make sure that you get everything done. And so now that you know everything you need to know, it's up to you if you guys do want to go after these players, and I'll keep you guys updated with everything else that we do end up getting in my team. And we're gonna call it with this one. If it was helpful and you want to see more free dark matters and free players, then do me one big favor, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, comment down below, and then check out these 3 other videos that I uploaded. I ended up getting Invincible Dirk. I ended up collecting every single card in 2K. Go check it out. Also check out the pack opening I did with the new packs. It was crazy. And then also check out the squad builder I did, where I ended up using the first 13 cards in the auction house. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Roses in my wallet and I'm flexing it for real. Racks and racks and racks, I look like rookie of the year.